Okay. Okay. Rectangle has area as length into breadth. For square, length and breadth would be equal. So area would be side square. Square is the same. Rectangle, as I have told you. Please stop me if you are stuck somewhere. Triangle as part of rectangle. Arunima is asking what is the second area. Arunima, I didn't get you. Which figure are you talking about? Is it of the previous slide? In this slide? Or in this slide? Okay, you are asking about this, the last figure. Okay. Okay. The last figure area will tell you it has to be calculated in parts. There cannot be one formula to calculate such a figure. This will have to be broken down into a triangle and a rectangle, and then you can solve it. I'll tell you about that. This is just the basic which we are going ahead. Okay. So anyways, moving forward, area of a parallelogram is base into height. Base will be the side, any one side, and height would be, if you draw a perpendicular from one of the vertex to the side which you have taken as base, that would be height. To show that, I will just use this. Please note down the formulae which you feel you are not aware of. So if this is parallelogram, okay, so if we take this vertex and we drop a perpendicular from here, so this figure would be H. Okay, this is H, this will be the height, and this would be the base. So whatever you want you can take as the base, but then the height would be taken by dropping from a perpendicular from the opposite vertex to that base. So any parallelogram, the area would be base into height. Okay, I hope this is clear. Please stop me wherever you would like to ask anything. Lakshman says for parallelogram it can be calculated as a rectangle, correct? It cannot be taken as a rectangle because rectangle is a part of a parallelogram in which the opposite sides are equal. We'll come to that. So generic formulas I am telling you right now. Specific figure formula will tell you. Okay. Now for circles, we know Sandeep says all rectangles are parallelogram, but yeah, agree Sandeep, but opposite is not always true. See, parallelogram is a generic name for any four-sided figure, like human beings. Now human beings, man is a generic name. Arun, Sandeep, Shobhit, these are specific names. Similarly, parallelogram is a generic name. Rectangle, circle, quadrilateral. Quadrilateral is anyways a four-sided figure. So all these are special cases of a parallelogram. These are specific. So a property might, like a rectangle is a parallelogram which has opposite sides equal. a square is a parallelogram which has all sides equal. A rhombus is a parallelogram which again has all sides equal, but the angle is not 90 degree. So that all will tell you, don't worry, as we move ahead. I am just focusing on the basic, but yeah, this is also important. Niladri is asking how to measure the height of a parallelogram. Niladri, I have just told you about that. Maybe, see, height of a parallelogram can be measured by taking any one of the side as base and dropping a perpendicular from the opposite vertex. Then you get the height. I hope it is clear. Okay, so moving ahead. Circles. Circles are figures, are shapes which do not have sides, but yet they are very important because circles and triangles, if you see last few years paper, circles and triangles, the questions have been asked around these two figures only, and most of the times these two figures have been mixed and one question has been formed combining the attributes of these two figures. So we will be focusing more on circles and triangles. Ratin says square, rectangle, rhombus is a parallelogram but not the reverse, right? No, square, rectangle, rhombus is a parallelogram, but a parallelogram is not a square. Parallelogram is a generic name, that's what I told you. Parallelogram is a generic name. These are the special cases of a parallelogram. So square is a parallelogram which has all sides equal and all angles equal to 90 degree. A rectangle is a parallelogram which has opposite sides equal and all angles 90 degree. As I have mentioned, a rhombus is a parallelogram which has all sides equal but none of the angle is 90 degree. So these are special cases of a parallelogram. Anyways, so circle, now a very important attribute of a circle is its circumference. Circumference and perimeter are one and the same thing. The meaning is same. It's just that for perimeter, you for all other shapes like triangle, quadrilateral, polygon, any of the polygons, if you have to measure the boundaries, you will take the sum of all the sides and you can get the perimeter. But for circle, you cannot take sum of the sides because there are no sides. So there is a formula which we use to calculate the circumference of a circle. Okay. So the distance around the circular region is known as the circumference. If we take radii, different radii, different circles, then we will find that the ratio of the circumference to its diameter is constant. I have shown it by 5 examples. You can see here. So the ratio is always constant. It's 3.14, which is also called pi, which is also 22/7. So the ratio of a circumference to the diameter is, this is a very small concept, but it is widely used. Okay. So circumference by diameter of a circle will be pi. Pi is equal to 3.14. Okay. Now with the help of pi, lots of formulas of circle can be derived. Anyways, now we have a question for you. Try calculating this and get me the answer. A rectangular park is 45 meter long and 30 meter wide. A park 2.5 meter wide is constructed outside the park. Find the area. Okay, so most of you have got it right, but some of you have got it wrong also. So I have just shown you the answer here. Actually, I had muted myself. I don't know why. So, anyways, so I hope this question is clear. This is a very basic question which we have solved in the class also. Guys, those all of you should attend the question. I'll be giving you questions at regular intervals. Please solve them because practice is also required. Anyways, so moving ahead, I hope you have understood that you have to minus both sides. Now line segment, I don't think it needs introduction. A line segment is a part of a line with two endpoints fixed. Please remember, there's a difference between a line and a line segment. A line goes on and on. You cannot say, I mean, in general language we do say that AB is a line, but actually AB is a line segment. When you extend AB, that is a line. When you fix the two endpoints, it becomes a line segment. Okay? Because a line is endless, a line is infinite. Okay? Parallel lines, you know, two lines which do not intersect, which will never intersect, which will go on and on, are parallel lines. Perpendicular lines, lines which make an angle of 90 degree at the intersection point, are called perpendicular lines. Transversal, a line that intersects two lines at different points, is a transversal line. These properties are used actually later, so I am just giving a brief. Angle, you know, I don't need to tell you. Now, from the concept of angle, see, in a triangle, the larger the angle, the larger the opposite side. Because angle is made by two lines, and when they will be, if you open these two lines, the third side would be bound to be of the. Okay, Rohit says please repeat the previous slide. Rohit, I don't think I told anything important here. Transversal is just a line that intersects two lines at different points. Anything important, I'll definitely emphasize, don't worry. Here I was saying that any angle, I mean, if there's a triangle, the largest side, the largest angle and the largest side will always be opposite. Anand Karthik says, can you send this slideshow to our mails? Yeah, definitely I'll do that, don't worry. But please focus in the class, because it should not happen that, okay, I'll see you at my home, and well, that does not work. Okay, Anand, in that case I'll send it to you. You have joined just now. Anyways, so complementary angles. Complementary angles are those angles which lie between two lines and the sum is 90 degree. Okay, so in a right angle triangle, if you make another angle, if you try to divide it in two parts, then these two angles would be a complementary angle. Supplementary angle, any pair of angles whose sum is 180 degree is a supplementary angle. Adjacent angles, two angles are adjacent if they have a common side and a common vertex. Okay. Linear pair is just adjacent angle. Vertically opposite angles, now vertically opposite angles are always equal. Vertically opposite angles are those angles which are formed by intersection of two lines. Like here, if you see AB are vertically opposite angles and they will be equal. CD are vertically opposite angles and then they will be equal. Please stop me if I just want to finish the basic part as quick as possible so that I focus on the important things. Vertical angles. supplementary angles, 1, 2, all these supplementary angles. Okay. Now median of a triangle. Lots of questions are made on this. So median of a triangle is a line segment that extends from one vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of the opposite side. Median, mid word is there in the median. Rectin here, no. Rectin says two lines need not be parallel for vertically opposite. Rectin, if two lines are vertically, if two lines are parallel, then they will never intersect. So the question of vertically opposite does not come into picture. Okay. So we see here that median is a line segment which is formed by joining 2 points, one the vertex, second the midpoint of the opposite side. This is the median. Now the medians of a triangle intersect at the centroid. Okay, and this centroid divides the median in a ratio of 2:3. So just to explain this, Ronak asked, can median be the height of a triangle? Yes, Ronak, median can be a height of triangle. Try finding out in which case. Okay, so since Ronak has asked, maybe most of you have done this basic part, and so can anyone tell me when can a median be the height of a triangle? Okay, Abhishek, you are right. What about others? When can a median be a height of a triangle? Sandeep, correct. Sumit, correct. Okay, most of you are correct. In equilateral triangle, it will be height. Some people are also telling in isosceles triangle. Is it correct? Can a median of an isosceles triangle be its height? Yes, this is what I wanted to know here. Not for all sides, only for the side which is not equal. Yeah, so I am very happy that most of you are getting the concepts. The median can be the height or the altitude of a triangle in an equilateral triangle, also in an isosceles triangle, but only on the side which is not equal. Okay, I hope you got this point. Moving ahead, altitude is a line drawn from the vertex to the opposite side, but it is perpendicular. It makes an angle of 90 degree. Okay, so these names will be coming, so please be clear. Difference between altitude, median. Now exterior angle. Exterior angle of a triangle is, Anudit, I'll mail the presentation to everybody, don't worry, to all of you. See, exterior angle of a triangle is formed by extending any one side of a triangle. Okay, so that will be the exterior angle, and exterior angle is sum of the opposite two sides. Why sum of opposite two sides? Because in this figure, if you see, 153 degree here is written here. The exterior angle is 153 degree. Now the angle, supplementary angle to 153 would be 27 degrees. Now the sum of a triangle is again 180 degree. So the remaining two would be 180 minus 27, that is 153. So yeah, opposite two angles, definitely. So the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the opposite two angles. I have told you how. Okay. Coming to, so this is again the same thing. Sum of an angle of a triangle is 180 degree. These are just the basics. Rest to this. These all I have already told you. Okay, so now just a small question for you. A triangle has side length of 6 and 12. You have to find the range of x. X can lie between what range? I think I have told you this anyways. Before this question, I would just like to tell you that the sum of two sides can never be greater than the third side. So Meet, no, you are not correct. If there are three sides, so maybe I need to write it down here. See, if this is a triangle, A, B and C. So sum of two sides would always be greater than the third side. Please pardon my writing, I am not practiced like Arun sir. I haven't practiced enough here, but I think what I am saying makes sense. See, if there is a triangle having sides A, B, C, the sum of two sides will always be greater than the third side. Also, maybe I'll type it down somewhere. Also, the third side would be greater than the difference of these two sides. See, if A B, C are the sides, so A plus B would always be greater than C, and C would be in turn greater than A minus B. Okay, this is the basic formula for two sides for a triangle having three sides A, B, C. The third side would be less than the sum of the two sides and greater than the difference of the two sides. Now you have to solve this question for me. I have told you the concept. Most of you have got it right. You have to tell the range. Ayush Bansal, you are again not correct. 6 and 12 are the two sides of this triangle. Kamaljeet, no. Kamaljeet, you are right. Okay. Pankaj, you are right. Abhishek, not correct. Spandan, not possible. I don't know why you are saying this. Deep Singh, correct. Ankit, correct. Manmeet, no, not correct. See, the answer would be x will be less than 12 plus 6, that is 18, and x would be more than 12 minus 6, that is 6. Okay. So less than equal to will not be acceptable as the answer. The answer would be that x lies between the upper limit. The upper limit would be 18, which is never achievable. The lower limit would be 6. This is the range. Okay. Okay, so good. Moving ahead, you know about, now we move to right angle triangle. Right angle triangle and Pythagoras property are important because lots of questions come. So you know that the biggest side of a right angle triangle will be called as hypotenuse. There will be one base and one perpendicular. It depends on how you look at the triangle. Base and perpendicular can always be interchanged, but the hypotenuse will be fixed. Okay. Now this is a logic from where this formula has come up, which says that hypotenuse square h square is equal to p square plus b square. If you make a square with all the sides of the triangle, you will find that the area of these squares follow this logic. I hope this figure is self-explanatory. This was just a trivial information to tell you how this works and why this formula works. H square is equal to p square plus b square, or for in this case c square is equal to a square plus b square. Now coming to Pythagorean triplets, Pankaj says very nice pictorial representation. Yeah, Pankaj, I like this, so I thought I should share it with you guys. Anyways, so Pythagorean triplets are the numbers, set of numbers which follow this rule: h square is equal to p square plus b square. So such numbers are 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13 and so on, 8, 15, 17. Important thing to note here is that a Pythagorean triplet, when multiplied by a number, will also form a Pythagorean triplet. So 3, 4, 5 are forming a Pythagorean triplet. So 6, 8, 10 will also form a Pythagorean triplet. Why will they form it? Because we know that in an equation, if you multiply both the sides by a definite number, the equation does not change, right? So if you multiply the above equation, which is 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square, by 2, it will be 6 square plus 8 square plus is equal to 10 square. So anyways, coming to Pythagorean triplets, these are very important because most of the questions revolve around this of geometry. We will be touching upon this in detail as we move ahead. Okay, my computer is not responding. Now we come to congruent triangles. See, I'll just explain to you. Lots of people have phobia with congruent. The word congruent, they feel that they will not be able to solve questions of this kind. Congruent triangles or congruent figures are nothing but figures or shape or dimensions having similar shape and similar size. That's it. Color is not important, but they should be of similar shape and similar size. If you see the figures here, they might vary in their colors, but they have similar shapes and similar size. So these all figures are congruent. There have been questions in CAT papers on congruency. We will touch upon that, but just to give you the basic outline, any two figures which have similar shape and similar size, they are congruent. Having said this, you can add on to it, or you can infer from this that such figures can always be superimposed upon each other. If you put one figure above other, the first one would definitely cover the second figure. Okay, so congruency should not be dreaded. Like congruency of angles, if two angles are equal, they are congruent. Now many times questions do come. Pankaj says, I am sure people will remember this figure and it is self-explanatory. Thank you, Pankaj. Anyway, so these are the names of polygons having different sides, different number of sides. Please remember them, because it should not happen that if a hendecagon comes in an exam, you don't know the number of sides. I'm pretty sure you must be knowing till hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon, but hendecagon is one name which does not tell you the number of sides it has. I hope it is clear now. Okay, so please note down that an 11-sided figure is called a hendecagon. Remaining, I think you are aware of. Moving ahead, angle sum property of a quadrilateral. Sum of all four angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. In fact, there is a formula also, which I would like to share at this point of time. If a convex polygon has n sides, then the sum of the measure of the interior angles is n minus 2 into 180 degree. Now you can use this formula to calculate polygons, to calculate the sum of the measures of the interior angles of different shapes. What is a convex polygon? A convex polygon is a polygon. Definition I will come on it later, but for the time being, all the polygons which you come across will be convex polygons only. I don't think any question has been asked on concave polygon till now in CAT. I have just mentioned here because to be factually correct, but concave polygon have not been asked, and they are very rarely used. We'll definitely tell you about that. But for time being, please focus on that, on this formula. This is an important formula. The sum of all the angles of a polygon is equal to n minus 2 into 180 degree, where n would be the number of sides. So can somebody get me the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a heptagon? I had just shown you. I hope you know how many sides does a heptagon have. Shobhit, not correct. Sumit, Ankit, Sandeep, correct. Abhishek, correct. Pankaj not correct. Heptagon, I have asked about heptagon. Ankita not correct. Suraj Bhasan correct. Chandan correct. Okay, so most of you have got it correct. But some of you, heptagon has 7 sides, very correct. 7 minus 2 is 5, 5 into 180 is 900. Okay, so one more question. Can you get me the sum of the interior angles of hendecagon? I hope you remember hendecagon has n sides. Ankit, no, not correct. Get me the number. Pankaj, get me the number. Most of you are getting it correct. Kumar Gaurav, not correct. Please be accurate with your calculations. Ankit, you have not correct again. Okay, so most of you are getting it right now. 1620, hendecagon is an 11-sided figure. So 11 into 180 will be 9 into 180 will be 1620. Anyways, moving ahead. So now you know that the interior angles of a polygon, the sum can be calculated by n minus 2 into 180. Exterior angle I have already told you, which by extending any one side you get an exterior angle. Now another important logic to understand is, or important formula you can say, in a convex polygon, or simply to put in a polygon, the sum of the measures of the exterior angle, sum of the measures of all the exterior angles will be 360 degree. Chandan says any polygon will have n minus 2 triangles. Yes, Chandan. Anyway, so this formula you should remember, that for a polygon the sum of the measures of the exterior angle will be, yes, always 360 degree. So regarding polygons I have told you the first formula, which is sum of the interior angles is n minus 2 into 180. Sum of the exterior angles will be 360. Got it? You can check it with a triangle. Now if I ask you that Ankit Agrawal has given a very nice logic here. He says he is giving an explanation about why the sum of the exterior angles will be 360. Because if we meet all the exterior angles, if we extend all the exterior angles, they will meet at a point, and angle around the point is 360 degree. Please verify it. I think it is correct. Those who want to verify can verify it. Parallelogram I have already told you. So I think now we are nearing the completion. Rhombus is a special case of a parallelogram which has opposite sides parallel. Opposite sides equal. Rectangle is a special case of a parallelogram which has opposite sides equal and angles 90 degree. Square, all sides equal, angle 90 degree. Trapezoids are shapes or are quadrilaterals, or trapezoids have only one pair as the parallel sides. Okay, so you can have isosceles trapezoids in which two sides are equal, or normal trapezoids. Now we come to mensuration. Okay, Sandeep says exterior angles on extension don't meet at a single point. Sandeep, I'll check it and get back to you maybe in the next class, because I haven't, since Ankit told this and a couple of people verified saying that this is correct. I believe it might be correct. Anyway, the concept which I told was that exterior angles of a polygon form 360 degree. The sum of the exterior angles of a polygon is 360 degree. Whether they meet or not at a point after extending, that I'll have to check. So I'll check it and let you know. Okay, because I haven't checked it that myself, so I cannot say. Anyways, so area of different shapes. Rectangle we know, length into breadth. Circle will be pi r square, where r is the radius. Manmeet Singh says a reason is sweeping a point by value of exterior angles, one will reach same direction. Anyways, let's arrest this. I'll check it out and let you know. Triangle, the area of triangle is half into base into height. Square is again side into side, that is side square. Parallelogram, half into base into height, I have already told you. Surface area of a solid cylinder. Surface area of a solid cylinder is 2 pi r into h plus 2 pi r square. Now a solid cylinder will have two things. One will be height and one would be the radius of the cylinder, right? So if you want to calculate the surface area of the entire cylinder, you will have to calculate the area of the top surface and the bottom surface, which will be pi r square each, and the area of the this cylindrical surface. So 2 pi r into h, 2 pi r would be the circumference, and multiplying it by h, you will get the area of the cylindrical surface plus 2 pi r square. Pi r square will be the area of both the top surface and the bottom surface. Okay, so some people are asking that for parallelogram it's half into base into height, or for parallelogram it is base into height, not half. Parallelogram it is base into height. Sumit says, please repeat. Sumit, see, you have to calculate the surface area of the cylinder. Okay, the cylinder has two dimensions. One is its height, second one is the radius. So if you have to calculate, you will have to calculate the area of the top surface and the bottom surface. The area of the top surface would be pi r square because it's a circle. The bottom surface would again be pi r square, and the cylindrical area can be calculated by assuming that the circumference is 2 pi r, multiplying it by the height. So it will cover the entire area of the cylindrical surface. That will be 2 pi r h. So this is the formula. Please note it down. Yeah, there was a slight misprint in the previous slide regarding the area of parallelogram. I will correct it. These are various shapes. Please note down the formulas regarding surface area and volume. Yeah, cylinder is a 3D object, Sandeep, correct, but surface areas have been used in various questions in this. In mensuration, so I had touched upon that. Anyway, so I had put pi there in the last slide. Anyway, so if you see various surfaces here, the first one is a cuboid, second one is a cylinder, third one is a cone, fourth one is a solid sphere. So surface area and volume of all these have been given. These are not used extensively, still you should know the formulas. So please note it down. For hollow cylinder, yeah, it's only the outer surface area. Right, rectangle. I hope you got all this. Everybody has noted it down. And anyway, I'll send this so you will have it with you. Now, difference between volume and capacity. Volume and capacity are used more or less interchangeably. Volume refers to the amount of space occupied by an object. Capacity refers to the quantity that a container can hold. Okay. So if you say that you have a Pepsi bottle, the capacity would be 2 liters and the volume it occupies will also be 2 liters if it is full. So volume and capacity should not be confused. Okay, so I am done with the basic. It took me 1 hour. I thought I'll finish it in half an hour, but I believe it did add some value. Those who are new and those who are not very confident with geometry, I guess you got something to learn from this. Raktim says yes, the PPT is good. Thank you, Raktim. Anyways, now we come to the advanced concepts, the important areas. Okay. Pythagorean triplets, as I have told you, Ankit says it was like refreshing the memory. Thank you, Ankit. I was a bit worried whether it will add much value to you guys or not, because you guys have done a chapter on geometry by Rajeshwar sir and also have practiced. So anyways, I hope it did add some value. Pythagorean triplets we have discussed in the past. Now you can see there are these Pythagorean triplets which I have mentioned here. You should note it down, because if you remember them, I will show you questions in the next class most probably, where if you know the Pythagorean triplets, you can solve the question very quickly and very easily. So 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 8, 15, 17, 7, 24, 25, all these are Pythagorean triplets, and if you solve maybe 200 questions, you will get say 25 to 30 questions which will directly, if you know these, you will get them correct. Now coming to one of the most important topic on which questions are extensively asked is equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, as we have told, has a side, has all sides equal. Supposing the side is A. So we have 4 formulas. If you remember them, you can solve almost all questions of equilateral triangle. I mean, there will not be any requirement of any formula beyond this. The height of an equilateral triangle is A root 3 by 2. Please note this formula down, these are important. Height of an equilateral triangle is A root 3 by 2. How it is derived, that can also be told, but that is immaterial, because in CAT you don't need to think too much on a derivation. Area of an equilateral triangle will be root 3 by 4 A square. Now there are 2 things, circumradius and in radius. I'll explain you this part. Supposing this is a triangle, if this is a triangle, you can form 2 circles two kind of circles are formed here, which are used. One circle which will lie within the triangle, touching all the sides. Please pardon my drawing. Please assume that this is touching this circle. So there will be one circle which will touch all the sides, and there will be one circle which will touch all the. So maybe what I'll do is, wait. I'll make a circle first, and then I'll draw a triangle. This will be a better idea. So if this is a triangle, okay, so a circle which touches all the sides is called an incircle. And its radius is called in radius. A circle I hope I'm audible. Am I audible? Okay, fine. Fine, great. Fine. So, yeah, fine. I got it. I'm audible. Now, a circle which touches all the vertices. This will again be a problem. I'll just do what most of you have suggested. So, the first one was in circle. This is a circumcircle. A circle which touches all the vertices of a triangle is a circumcircle. A circle which touches all the sides of a triangle is a incircle. Incircle will have in radius, circumcircle will have circumradius. Now the formula for this in radius and circumradius is given by is given here. Circumradius will be 2h by 3. Now from the previous figure which I have told you, you can be pretty sure that circumradius will always be greater than in radius for a particular triangle, right? That is why circumradius is shown by capital R and in radius by small r. So circumradius would be 2h by 3 or a root by 3. In radius would be h by 3 or a by 2 under root 3. So in radius is half of circumradius. You can draw figures and you can check it out for yourself. In radius, if I could draw a circle here, it would have been clear to you. In radius will always be half of circumradius. Okay, so these four formulas should be clear to you. Now I'll come to some good questions of CAT and previous year papers. Anyways, there are certain properties also. The in-center and circumcenter. See, I am discussing about equilateral triangle only now. Manmeet is asking always or only in case of equilateral. Only in case of equilateral triangle. Because this is a property of an equilateral triangle and this is something which is more often asked. Okay. So for equilateral triangle, the circumradius would be twice of in radius. The formula I have told you. The in-center and circumcenter lie at a point that divides the height in the ratio 2:1. Okay. Here is the equilateral triangle formula. Please note it down, those who have not noted it. Abhishek, please. I'll mail this to you, don't worry. Now the properties. The in-center and circumcenter lie at a point that divides the height in the ratio 2:1. I think I have to draw this to explain this. Drawing this would be difficult, I guess. Next time when I come, I'll be prepared with this by practicing this and all. Okay, so the in radius, if this is the in radius, and if this is the circumradius, if this is the this dot is circumradius. Just to explain you this point, the in-center and circumcenter lie at a point that divides the height in the ratio 2:1. Now the height would be, you drop a perpendicular from the vertex to the opposite base. You will find this point. Yeah, because we are talking about equilateral triangle, the median would be the altitude. Okay, so the in center, as you can see here, this is the point of the in center, and this is the point of the. Wish I had some colors. Okay, I do have colors. This is the in center at that point. The red point is the point of the circumcenter, and the green point is the in center. So we can see here that what I was telling you previously. Just a second. The in center and circumcenter lie at a point that divides the height in the ratio 2:1. Okay, so for this the in center and circumcenter will coincide, is it? How many of you feel that the in center and circumcenter will coincide? Okay, now I am getting the correct answers. because the figure was not making it obvious, so it confused you guys. The incenter and circumcenter for an equilateral triangle will be the same point, and it will divide. That is why, see, it was when we were trying to find out the center point was becoming difficult. The incenter and circumcenter will be the same point. It will divide the height into a ratio of 2:1. Okay. Spandan says it will coincide. Yes, it will coincide. Second property is R is equal to 2R, which I have already told you. The third property of an equilateral triangle is, among all the triangles that can be formed with a given perimeter, the equilateral triangle will have the maximum area. Please listen it again. If you want to note it down, note it down. I haven't mentioned it here. Among all the triangles that can be formed with a given perimeter, if you fix a perimeter that you have to form a triangle having perimeter of 80 centimeters, so the equilateral triangle will have the maximum area. That is understood? If you fix a perimeter and try to form triangles of various sizes, various dimensions, an equilateral triangle will have the maximum area. The fourth property is, an equilateral triangle in a circle will have the maximum area compared to other triangles inside the same circle. Okay, so there is a circle, and if you are asked to make a triangle which has the maximum area, you should go and make a equilateral triangle, because that will have the maximum area. Okay, so these are the properties. Now we come to some good questions on triangles. First question is in front of you. The concepts, whatever I have told you, we will be using here. Please have a look, try solving it. Maybe in the next class I will touch upon more important points. Today basics took a lot of time. Anyways, I have some good questions for you, so please solve them and get me the answer. You have 3 minutes for this. Anybody who has not been able to understand till now, please type in the chat bar any point which you have not understood or which is not clear. Basics were important because there are so many small things in this chapter that if you miss out any one name in the exam, you might be stuck. So ideally that should not happen. Can I have answers for this? Calculation should be fast. Most of you are getting it right. See, I knew that this mistake is going to happen, so I just put this question here. Most of you are giving 39 as the answer. Please be careful. 39 is not the answer. You are doing a silly mistake. Try to find out the mistake before I point it out. It's better if you think over it and get the answer. So most of you had got it wrong in the first place. Then you made corrections and then you got the correct answer. Deep Singh got the answer correct in the first place. Anshul, you got it wrong in the first place. Pandan got it wrong in the first place. Niladri Das Gupta got it correct in the first place. Suresh Vasan wrong. Santosh wrong. Nikhil wrong. Ronak wrong. Jigar correct. Santosh wrong. Ayush correct. Nikhil Thete correct. Abhas wrong. Vishwajit correct. Ankit correct. Suresh Vasan correct. Shobhit correct. Chandrakishore wrong. Sanjeet correct. Praveen correct. The answer is 14 meters. Those who have got it 39, I hope you got your mistake. What has been asked? How many meters will the bottom move away from the wall? How many meters will move, right? So the answer would be 14. I don't think I need to solve this. This is pretty obvious. Okay. Moving to the second question now. Please solve this. Take 2 minutes and solve this. And geometry can be learned only by practicing for the formulas. I have told you, but you will not remember. Until and unless you practice it out, it will be difficult to retain the formulas. So my advice is keep practicing on this. And geometry is pretty easy because you can solve a question by a number of formulas, a number of ways. So that is the plus point of geometry. Yeah, most of you have got this right. Shobhit correct, John correct, Spandan no not correct, Jigar correct, Abhishek not correct, Manmeet correct, Chandrakishore correct, Santosh not correct. Those who are getting 96 as the answers, you are not correct, please check. Nikhil Thete not correct. There is a mistake, silly mistake which you are doing here. Manmeet correct. Anudit asked, where can we practice geometry sums from? Geometry questions are given in the course material which we have sent you. Also, if you have Arun sir's book, you can practice it from there. I think if you solve these two areas, we'll also be releasing the sectional test. Actually, that has been delayed. It was to come this week, so we will be having lots of questions on all these topics in form of sectional test. If you practice that out, that would also suffice. Okay, so 100 is the answer. Okay, so Sumit says, can you please explain how to solve this? I'll definitely explain this. The question is, if the largest possible right angle triangle is cut out from circle of radius 10 cm, what will be its area in centimeter square? Okay. So, I have put in the answer for you. We know that hypotenuse of the largest right angle triangle is equal to the diameter of the circle, because that is pretty obvious. That has to be the diameter. Also, the triangle will be an isosceles triangle. Actually, a circle we have not touched upon, so maybe that is the reason why some of you could not solve it. But this is basic elementary maths. Circle, a dia of a circle forms 90 degree at its circumference. Okay. Yeah, theorem was to, actually this was a good question, so I thought I should share this with you. Anyways, just understand this question. Now this triangle will be an isosceles triangle with sides forming the right angle. Area of this triangle would be 200 by 2, which is 100. I should have told the theorem, I agree. Actually, I didn't. I was to cover circle also, but due to lack of time. Anyways, this question, those who could not understand, please don't mind. You can always understand this when I tell you circle. I'll again touch upon this question. This was a good question actually. Anyways, third question is here. Have a look. Try solving it. This is a pretty easy question. You just need to apply a bit of logic, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to solve it. Shobit correct, Manmeet correct, Abhishek correct. Nice. So most of you have got it correct. In fact, all of you have got it correct. Suresh, Anshal, Ankit, Sumit, Ankur, all of you have got it correct. See, it is pretty obvious. 5 straight lines in the same plane will never intersect if they are parallel. So the minimum can be 0. Now 0 is there only in one option. So the first option would be the answer. In how many ways they can cut? If you have to find out the maximum, the formula for that is NC2. N lines can cut each other in NC2 points. Maximum of NC2 points. Manya says, what will be a diagram like for maximum intersection points? Manya, for that, try it out. Try making you can get 5 C2 intersection points. This is what I have told you. Now try making a figure by 5 lines in which you can get 5 C2 would be 10 points. So 10 intersection points. Try at your end. If you are not able to solve it, I will tell you in the next class. But you should give it a try. At least it will rake your brain. And this is for all others. Try making try drawing 5 lines which intersect at different points such that you get 10 intersection points. Okay. Maybe one last question. Try solving this. This is the last question for the day. So with this we wind up. This is a bit tough. Okay, D denotes triangle, please. Anurit, I'll send you this PPT by tonight. Don't worry. The sides of triangle ABC. D actually is a misprint here. It should be triangle ABC. Please solve this. Take 5 minutes, and I am mailing you this PPT right away. Both the PPTs, in fact. I had planned to cover circles, but maybe in the next class I'll do it. I hope you guys got some value, because I was not knowing where to begin. Teaching a class which has diverse people, we have students who have got 99.3 and 10.7 last year in one of the sections. Sumit said yes sir, was a good class. Thank you Sumit. So it's very difficult to start from basic and touch upon everything, but still I think value addition was there. Next class definitely will try to cover all important topics. Okay, so I am getting answers now. I'm pretty happy that most of you are able to solve it and solve it correct. Arunima, you are correct, and you got this question correct in the first place, and that too you were the first to solve this. That's nice. Chandrakishore not correct. Satyanarayan not correct. Vishwajit correct. Ratri correct. Ayush Bansal not correct. Sumit not correct. Sridhar not correct. Suresh Bhasin not correct. Ankit Agarwal correct. Sanjeev Walia correct. Praveen Anand correct. Jigar correct. Jigar not correct. Mensuration correct. Manmeet Singh correct. Raktan correct. So most of you got it right. Some of you who could not solve it, I'll just show you the figure and explain you the solution. Rohit Singh not correct. You can have a look at this question. See, the triangle given here was ABC, which has 50, 70, 60 as the answer, as the angles. Now the question says that the sides have been extended. Okay, so in this figure we have just extended AB. You can see AB has been extended and it has been bisected. If we extend all the sides, still the same triangle would be formed. Okay, and when we bisect it, another triangle will be formed. If you know the interior angles, you can definitely calculate the. Okay, the figure is not visible. Sorry, I hadn't shared the screen. I'll do that. See, ABC is the triangle which has 50, 60, 70 as the angles. The question said that the sides were extended and the exterior angle thus formed was bisected to form another triangle. So this figure would be made. If you bisect it, you will find the other angles, and so you will get the remaining three angles, the corner angles. It is just addition. You just need to form the correct figure. I hope this is clear. I hope this question is clear, because questions like these do come in the exam. Those who could not solve it, Mandeep Singh says yes, it is clear. Okay. For others, those who could not solve it, I hope it is clear. Please respond, guys, yes or no. Yeah, some of these questions were from CAT. Some of these questions have been modified. But these are good questions asked in CAT, ZAT, JMET. We choose questions from these papers only, so that you get a flair of what is being asked in the exam. Okay. Laktin will definitely post questions. Now we have started with the concept of 5 questions a day. So we will post questions. I would want you guys to solve the questions which are posted, so that you know your practice happens. 5 questions on quants and 5 questions on verbal. If you solve daily, in the next 3.5 months which is left for CAT, you will definitely solve more than 500 questions on maths and 500 on verbal, which will be quite helpful for you. Okay, so yeah, Deep Singh is asking, has this been started? Yes, Deep, I have sent you a mail. I have sent you a mail in which we have clearly mentioned that, Kumar Gaurav, I'll sort your issue of study material. I'll definitely do that. Bhavna, yes, it will be useful. 500 good questions. If you solve, I'm pretty sure you will find 40% of your paper or 50% of your paper from those 500 questions which we are going to give you on daily basis. Okay. So I'll just show you the forum page. This concept we started because we know that most of you are prepared and are solving now. So those who have not gone through the mail or have not seen that, please understand that we are posting 5 questions daily on the forum page, which you should solve, discuss amongst yourself. Okay, and we are also planning to start. Actually, I wanted to talk to you guys. So I'll talk to you about various initiatives which we are taking now. I'll talk to you about that in 5 minutes. So we are starting. We are planning to start apart from the classes which are happening on regular basis, which you can see. We are planning to start a concept of combined study session, which will be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. or maybe in the night also, wherein your students can come and discuss questions on forum, and you can talk also with each other, because that flexibility is always there. So we are planning to start that. Okay, so we'll send a mail of that also. The test series, we have 2 different sites for test series. One is the old one which we are using which you are using right now. The second test series site is also up and running. We will be launching tests there also. We have made some 32 new tests which have been prepared by IIM Lucknow people. Manmeet Singh, no, we are not charging any extra for the test series. If you are enrolled for the full length program, the test series is a part of your course program. If you are enrolled for the regular course or the 16-week program, then you might have to pay for the test series. The PPT will be sent to all, don't worry. Bhavna says, why can't you upload some assignments weekly? Bhavna will do that. We will upload assignments weekly of the topic which is going on. Yeah, the syllabus which is going on, we'll post questions on the website. That is one thing which you will see definitely from this week. The sectional test will be enabled within a day or 2. Pankaj Mohanty, if you are not receiving mails from my side, please check your spam box, or maybe send your email ID once again. Maybe we have a different email ID. Any more queries, anybody regarding anything? I'll just answer you here. Ronak says, nice brush up of important concepts. Thank you, Ronak. Pankaj Mohanty, please mail us your ID, because here I cannot store it. Whatever query you have, please mail us. It is in our records. We have a team. I normally oversee things, but there is a team for everything. For every query, specific queries, they handle it. They check the mails. Okay. We will ensure that there was a bit of a transition phase was there in the last month. That is why recordings and all these things were a bit disrupted. But please know. Please understand that it will be smoothened from now onwards. We would try to give you the best possible content. The quality is not a question mark. I am pretty sure you must agree to it. You will agree to it. Meenakshi ma'am and Arun sir, the quality is not a question mark. And we will ensure that some disruptions or some hassles which might have happened in the past 1 month will not be there. We will smoothen the process. A couple of more questions have been here. The PPTs I'll send you. Please wait for maybe another half an hour. Okay, Bhavna says, would like to know something about your team. About my team, Arun sir and Meenakshi ma'am will take the classes. Abhijit is a student. He has done his MBA. And I haven't met him personally, but yeah, he will be taking your doubt clearing sessions of fonts. He has taught. He is a search student about I guess 4-5 years back. He has taken online channel doubt clearing sessions in the past years. From last 2 years he hasn't taken, but he has returned back. So he will be taking Ayush is from I am Lucknow. He will be taking your verbal channel. I am hopeful that you are happy with that. Ramesh is again from I am Lucknow. He will be taking the DDPI sessions. The DDPI session we have stopped right now because lots of classes are happening and we want to cover your course fast so that we move. And DDPI anyways it will make sense only after the CAT exam and we will have ample time. So when there will be ample time, we can always have lots of DDPI sessions. So we did had one per week, but now we have stopped that. We'll have, but Ramesh will take that. Anyways, see guys, please be very frank in your opinion. That will help us in designing and modulating the course better. So please give your proper feedback, and I have come in this class for this purpose also, because I handle the operations, so I know the problems. I might not be able to pick your calls at some time, so please do mail us, because we do have lot of other engagements and all, so at times I might not be able to pick up, but then I ensure that I answer all your queries. I either call you back or mail you back. Mails will always be answered, and please follow the protocol: mail, then SMS, then call. Okay. So some other queries were, please give feedback about classes taken by Abhijit and Ayush, because they are new, and so if anything needs to be improved, we will definitely aim at. If you're not liking it, we can also change. That's not an issue. Okay. Sumit says, awesome lecture, good to begin geometry with basics. Thank you, Sumit. Ankur says, good PPT and pedagogy for basics intro, looking forward for more to come. Yes, Ankur. Ankit says, please create a Facebook page for the Mindworkzz Cat 13 page where we can contact our batchmates. That page has been created. Okay, maybe we can create another page, but regarding the team, we do have a couple of engineers also with us who design and the test. I mean, test series was designed by IIM people only. We had 6 people from IIM Lucknow who was with us in the internship period. They had designed the test series and lot of other things, and they do help us. Even when they have went back to their college, they do help us with a part-time job. So the quality is ensured. Okay. Raktim is saying, for recording session, is it possible to give us the access to pause the video? Raktim, recording was had some troubles in the past couple of weeks, but now we have smoothened the process. We will be playing recordings as we were doing earlier, 10:30 AM in the morning and 10:30 PM in the night. That will be there. On some days it might not be there, but then it will be there. That will be the first mode. Second mode, it will be of module repeat. So Saturday, Sunday will be a module repeat. On Saturday, we will be playing a module which has been taught earlier. On Sunday, we will be repeating all the classes of that week. So this is the second approach which we have taken. The third approach is we have videos uploaded on the WizIQ platform, which we will share to you on demand. So if you cannot see a class, live class, if you cannot see a recording, we will definitely give you access on the WizIQ. For that, you need to fill the form. The form which was floated, which is on the site, you can fill it there. Okay. Okay. So, and also we have Darkast, which would have told you how that is operated. Darkast you will get recording, and you will get access to recording classes on Darkast also. So we have these 3 platforms, and I will definitely form a smooth method for this. So don't worry about the recordings. Recordings will be played at regular intervals, and you will definitely have access to them. Okay. Manmeet, yes, recording issue will be sorted out. In fact, we have formatted the PC, which was causing this problem. So, regarding Shobhit, your query, I'll definitely ask Ayush to improvise on that. Deep Singh, yes, Meenakshi ma'am class will be increased per week. Earlier we were having one. Now from now onward we'll be having two. Don't worry on that. We have planned that on that. Okay. Kumar Gaurav, you will get the recording of the class which you will be missing for the next 2 days. Please fill the form. We will be repeating classes. Most of the doubts are repeating only. Deep Singh is saying the doubt clearing sessions are really good. Thank you, Deep. Ankit says Abhijit sir's class was really nice. Good Abhijit, good Ankit. I'll tell Abhijit about it. Sumit says it was a great class. So thank you, Sumit. The PPT will be sent to you in a while. Ayush says PPTs are good. Thank you, Ayush. Bhavna Reddy says, sir, I have attended a week classes at IMS, but your classes are more worthy than those. Thank you, Bhavna. Pankaj says it was a good class with a lot of fundamental inputs. Thank you, Pankaj. Bhavna says classes are absolutely good. Thank you, Bhavna. Kumar Gaurav says, can you show us the form? Kumar Gaurav, I'll mail the form again today. Don't worry. I'll mail you the form, mail you the PPTs. Okay. I'll put the form on the study center page also. It is there actually, maybe you might have missed it. So we'll put one heading there and post all the forms. Anyway, so I hope you like the session and I have cleared your doubts. Deep Singh says you taught really good. Thank you, Deep. I was not confident actually because I haven't taught much and I was not prepared also, the writing and all. And I was not knowing that whether the basics would add value because most of you are well equipped anyways. So thank you, Ayush. Ayush says you just did a fabulous job. Thank you, Ayush. Ankit, thank you. Okay guys, so good night and please be assured that we will do our best to ensure smooth recording classes and the topics will be covered in time. The crash course will definitely be very valuable. So, and any problem you have, please mail it to me. I'll sort it out. It was disrupted because we had one more project also in our hand that is now nearing completion. And also we have recruited 2-3 people to help us. The team has just expanded. We have expanded by 3 people now. Last week they joined us. So now I assure you that all disruptions will be taken care of. Okay. Good night guys. Good night. Bye. I'll be again coming next week with the next session, adding more value. Please practice the questions which I put on the website, on the forum page, 5 questions per day. Assignments and all will upload. Tomorrow it will be done. Please mail us whatever query you have. Please remind us. At times I might forget, but I assure you that it will be done. Okay, good night. Good night all. Thank you very much.